How to make the greatest academic comeback of your life? Well, let me be very honest to you that you tried, you failed. Again you tried, again you failed. You cried, you had panic attacks, and you were stressed and worried about the goals that you have. In fact, keep falling the entire year, but now it's time for you. You are forgetting the real strength that you have. I know the life has been very tough on you, but now you are more than this. In this video, I want to talk about how to pick up yourself from the darkest tunnels of your life. Because my dear brothers and sisters, this is the time for you to shine. And let me show you path towards success. The next 5 to 6 minutes are the very important and crucial minutes in your life. So I request you to listen this carefully. In fact, probably stop doing everything else right now. Just listen to this. First thing is first, you have to believe in yourself that you can do it. When I first went to my college, my first year CGPA was 6.64. I felt really bad that day. In fact, I remember that day. But that was the day and that was the moment I changed as a person. I took some time and reflected on what went wrong. Why did I score so less? How did I waste a lot of time? In fact, why did I waste a lot of time? And these few minutes I spent with myself, and it gives me a lot of clarity on what are the things that should be doing and what are the things that should be never do. So once the video is done, take some time off, sit alone for 10 to 15 minutes and reflect your entire journey, and finally make a plan. How are you going to be spent the rest of the time that you have? How to chase your goals. Remember, vision without execution is hallucination, and execution without a vision is just foolish blindness. Now setting a goal and making a plan is done, but it's just the beginning. The real magic lies in the execution. Let's see, how can you improve your efficiency? How can you study more in less time? And finally, how can you solve more questions and score better in the exams? Whenever I made a plan to study for a couple of hours, I was never been able to stick to it because the problem was I was just procrastinating. And one of the easiest solutions which I worked wonders for me was just time block my study time. What I'm going to study, when I'm going to study, how long I'm going to study, what exactly I'm going to finish during the study session. Because I keep telling you that consistency gives you clarity, but there is no point being busy like a bee without actually accomplishing something. Got it? Whenever I use it to set deadlines, I make them very tight. For example, if I have felt that something that takes me to 3 hours, I complete it 2 hours and take 1 hour as a break, because your work expands to fill the time which is available, and this is called the Parkinson's law. And most of the times we overestimate the time that we usually take. So just cut the external distractions, turn the timer on, and you'll be surprised how efficient you can be. And now the next biggest thing is that identify the things which will give you maximum results. In other words, not all the chapters have equal weightage, and even inside the concept, not all the concepts have equal weightage. If you have enough time, you have to study everything. But if you don't, what if you have just a couple of months to left? Then you need to prioritize everything that you will be doing. So probably start with the chapters which are easy and also have a lot of weightage. Look at the previous year questions and try to reverse engineer, and you will be find out the most important concepts of the chapter. So these things are basics, but I am here to remind you today that you have the potential if you don't use it well. But now it is the time to get back and show the world who really you are. And one of the biggest problems that I used to face is that I used to understand the concepts well, but I don't know how to solve the questions. That's because I didn't understand that you're good at solving questions by solving questions. You read the theory, you understand the concept, but you need to practice it. The more you practice, the better that you'll understand the concept. The better that you'll understand the concept, the better and faster you can solve the questions. So this is a cycle of reading, solving the questions, reading, solving the questions. If you try to bypass this circle, you won't do much in the exam. During this entire process of trying to pick up yourself, you need to take care of yourself. Because if you don't eat like a sportsman and if you don't sleep like a sportsman, you won't be able to perform like a sportsman during exam. I mean, I can keep talking about a lot of strategies and techniques, but you need something else, right? What you need is believe yourself that you can do it. What you need is a proper schedule and discipline to stick to the plan what you made. Trust me, the biggest comeback usually comes after hitting the rock bottom, and it takes a lot of self-belief and time. And give yourself time and never lose faith in yourself. Because if you are really someone who is going to rock bottom, this is a sign to raise to the top. All the best.